Nijisanji is a company I just recently found out about because I saw constant discussion all over my feed on YouTube, on Twitter, on Reddit. I could not escape it. I kept seeing it. And so I was like, okay, what's going on? Why is everybody talking about this? And now that I know, I'm just like, okay, I gotta spread awareness about this because this is just straight up gross behavior, and I want to dive headfirst into this. So many of you that are probably watching this video might be aware, some of you might not. I don't really know, but basically what's going on here is that Nijisanji, a company that has livers or VTubers to a degree, basically fired an employee after they tried to end themselves, after they broke down thanks to bullying and harassment within management, basically after them coming forward and talking to the company about Nijisanji, their overall response was basically to fire her or to deflect and say, oh, you're making Nijisanji look bad, and trying to deflect it to where it might be other livers or VTubers' faults and not necessarily the company's fault whatsoever, and just completely threw the actual content creator under the bus. And this 3-page statement is just outright gross because it's so unprofessional, and it literally just like, it shows that the people behind this is very malicious. Whoever wrote this statement for this company is super, super malicious, because you have individuals that are simply just completely proving how false this statement is that this company posted. Hell, they even got community noted, as you can clearly see here, and let's read that for a second. Lack of communications with creators resulted in delays in Selen's commission payments to creators. Now, let's talk about that one. What's going on there, okay? Why is this a quotation mark? Creators who have been commissioned by Selen have stepped forward denying these claims, even saying she had paid them out of pocket due to management not doing so. And there is posts that clarify this from her for months now, basically talking about how she was going to pay these artists out of her own pocket. The company was not going to do it. But somehow the company kind of, twisted this to make it seem like she never paid them, or, she delayed it and all that, when you have people that were commissioned actually proving their response completely wrong and invalid, showcasing the unprofessionalism for this entire event. And you have people breaking this down as well, showcasing kind of like why they removed her or, terminated her from the company. For instance, in this statement here, you have it where they talk about, like, our immediate response was to make the music video private until all authorizations were confirmed from our end. At the same time, the reasoning was clearly explained to Selen. However, Selen took to social media, specifically X, making misleading statements that omitted essential context. Notably, management has privated the song. Furthermore, Selen posts includes a statement. Now, what do they mean here with quotations? Management has privated the song. Well, that's what she said. They said that she omitted that, but she literally had an actual statement where she said management privated the song. And so it's like, they're lying. Management straight up just lied with that statement, just that alone. And then you have stuff like this, harassment as in coworkers checking if she's okay. Like, this statement within it basically says that there was harassment and all that, but it's like, oh, they were checking in on her. And it's just, there's so much going on with just what they said that it's crazy. Like, it's honestly just, I cannot believe how evil a company could be. We know that companies most of the time don't have the best interest for their employees. They look at it in any way they possibly can to gain money. But just seeing this outward showcasing of absolute disregard for someone's health and mental well-being, to where literally they open up and say, like, hey, I'm not doing well, I'm breaking my silence, and, I was hospitalized because I almost had it all over in just one moment, just wanted to end it all. And, the company's response is to basically say you're making us look bad and you gotta be terminated. It's like, what? And it's just, oh my goodness, like there is so much here that just blows me away. And then on top of that, there's allegations, or now it's kind of proven at this point, thanks to the statement they made, that there was posts that, the actual individual made, where she was posting saying, oh, I apologize for my silence or whatever, and then, the way she talks here is very corporate. It's very corporate speech. Come to find out, apparently she lost access to her socials because the company took them or whatever, so whoever typed this clearly wasn't actually Selen at all that was typing this to begin with. So when you see this, it's just like, so yeah, they were trying to kind of put hush-hush, put things under the rug or whatever, and, trying to act like, nothing was really going on, and trying to silence this individual after they said to the, Nijisanji, like, yeah, management or whoever's going on in this company is causing me to want to just end it. And it's just like, seeing how her socials kind of was getting hijacked, just wild, and then you have stuff kind of like how they're, they might actually strike content creators. Apparently this is going on, so my video might get striked because of even talking about this subject. It is actually just straight up insanity. Then you have individuals pointing out just how they have become a black company. Like here, I'll play this clip, and it kind of showcases what's going on here.
Of a black characteristics of a black company. Okay, number 2, high turnover rate.
Now, if you see this, obviously it's kind of a joke, but you can see how many people have kind of left the company very quickly, like the turnover rate, and I think this also kind of showcases they bleed through their, I guess, members, their employees very quickly to make a profit in harming these people in the process, and they silence them thanks to NDAs or legal action, and, this kind of here showcases that. They have silenced people for a very long time because they could get away with it, because probably the people they were silencing had a very small audience, or an audience that was only localized with the actual associated like VTube type image, and that was it. And once they lost that image, they would have to make a completely separate like social media account or YouTube channel, and most likely they didn't have much of a following on those, so they weren't able to really speak out on it if they wanted to. However, in this case, the individual that is obviously having all this happen to them, they already are a very big public image even outside of this company, and they're obviously gaining even more traction thanks to this, so this company can't necessarily silence this same individual like they normally could. So, which is why this is kind of just blowing the lid off this whole controversy and drama that is going on. Honestly, absolutely wild stuff. I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because truthfully, like I said, I found out about this earlier this morning. I was just reading into it and all that, and from what I can gather, it is just extremely unprofessional, and there is just no way that this company really can ever, I think, fix their image after this. I mean, when you have an actual content creator thinking of just ending it, and then the company does that, that their reputation's damaged. There's really no coming back from that, especially if this is their reaction to basically silence them and pretty much say, oh, here's our legal statement and all that, and kind of implying like oh, if you want to do anything, we might take legal action or whatever. It's just like, what? Absolutely insane behavior. But I'm going to leave it at that. I wanted to briefly talk about this, spread awareness, because I wanted to do my part, because I think that the company shouldn't be able to get away with this. They shouldn't. Now, one thing I do want to mention is apparently there is a boycott going on, like Sink the Yacht or whatever, and to kind of explain that one, because it's been trending all day, a bunch of people are unsubscribing from livers, or, VTubers basically, that are affiliated with Nijisanji's company, and I think that in the grand scheme of things, I've been seeing a lot of people attacking different, like, content creators, a part of Nijisanji. That is not a good thing. You should not do that, because that's basically what this company wants. They're spreading animosity between the livers and the VTubers and stuff with content creation instead of the actual company, because that was the whole point of this statement, was to basically shift the blame, deflect everything to the content creators, and make everybody question, okay, who is really harassing the individual, who really caused this, but in reality, it is the company, and it was their responsibility to deal with this, but clearly they don't want to take responsibility whatsoever, which a natural, normal company would want to investigate and figure this out, but clearly they don't want to do that. So, yeah, the point of the matter is that those that are harassing other livers and stuff, that is what this company wants. So think before you do that, because they want you to go after other content creators instead of them actually as a company. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. May you all have a fantastic day or night wherever you live. And send some love to Doki. Let me pull up her actual thing here. Doki Bird. This is her official account. So do check this out. Check her account out. Give her a follow. Go to her YouTube channel as well. Give her a follow. But yeah, I'm happy to see this gaining traction. People talking about this because it is not something that a company should get away with. Anyways, Chibi out.